And I'm very excited to welcome Chelsea, a friend, a children's author, a poet, a longtime 12 by 12 member, one of the members of a picture book promotion group that I was in 2 years ago. When her debut picture book came out, A Home Called Walter, Chelsea and I bonded over the fact that as children and still into adulthood, we had very real anxiety about what happened to inanimate objects that we loved, like stuffed animals and dolls and things like that. Chelsea, why don't you come on? Tonight she's reading her sophomore book, Ode to a Bad Day, bad week, month, year, 6 years, whatever. And her next book, The Boo Boos of Bluebell Elementary, is coming out, I believe, next month, right?
November 7th.
Welcome. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you so much, Julie and Kelly. What a beautiful introduction to me and to this community that is 12 by 12. And thank you for sharing a little bit about what picture books can do and how they can heal and educate, and with everything that's going on in the world. I really appreciated that. I'm so happy to be here. It feels a little strange to read what seems like a very just silly book at a time like this, but as Julie said, there's so much healing and humor. And in a book like this too, she had mentioned in her intro about kids feeling seen. And this was a book that was basically rooted from me just watching kids and really witnessing their emotions and honoring them. So this is Ode to a Bad Day. It is written by me, illustrated by Haewon Yum, the amazing, talented Haewon Yum. I'm so lucky that I got to partner with her on this book, and it's published by Chronicle Kids. Okay, Ode to a Bad Day. Oh, bad morning. Eyes are crusty, bones are rusty. Why do all my teeth feel dusty? All I see is gray ahead. Can't I stay inside my bed? Oh, you bad morning. Oh, too much milk in my cereal. Soggy, squishy, boggy, mushy. You turned my crispy into gushy. My flakes are drenched. My fists are clenched. Oh, you too much milk. Oh, getting dressed. Itchy tags, stuffy rags, icky buttons. What a drag. Pants and shirt and skirt and dress. You take away my nakedness. Oh, you clothes. Yesterday was full of yay. Could yesterday come back to play? Oh, late again. Always rushing, hurry hustling. Stop this scrambling, scurry tussling. Late to school and swooped around. Why can't we just slow things down? Oh, you're so late.
Why does it need to rhyme? Impress upon everyone that you should have a reason. Rhyme should always come with a reason. And so I'm going to put you on the spot now. What was your reason for rhyming this book?
I love that question, especially because I have, I think, 4 or 5 more rhyming books coming out. And I don't know if the answer for those would be as intentional as it is for this book in particular. And it tied into what was the opus of this book. The short answer being that there was a cricket in my kid's room, and she was so dramatic about it. And while honoring her very real, frustrated feelings, I also thought it was so hilarious. And I started to just take extra special note and attention to everything that was annoying. She was like 4 or 5. I poured too much milk in her cereal, or she didn't like getting dressed. She hates the tags. She still hates tags. She doesn't like spaghetti sauce. So it was all these sort of quirky, funny things that kind of collided with the fact that I was more of a poet first. I had a bunch of poetry on my Instagram, and I was posting, and the kinds of poems that I always post were actually things that I was struggling with. And then I would talk about it in poetry form. It was like a diary entry, but it always came out in rhyme for some reason. I don't know. So I had poetry in there, and then I had my kid, and I was observing all of these things that were bugging her. And then I thought it was, you know, all those things that happen that seem bad, that seem frustrating, and they are. But for me personally, the poems I was posting on Instagram, I'd always pull a silver lining from them, right? I'm always like, this is why I'm struggling, but here's the tools I have now, or here's the hope I have, or whatever. This originally started as, oh, let's ode to things that are really annoying to us. Because in a way, those things that annoy us are also building tools for us, or they're building our character, or they're introducing us to things in the world that we can identify. Oh, I don't like that, or I do like this. There's all these positive things that can come out of things that annoy us. And so I thought it was clever, but also perfect to ode to things that bother us so much. And so in doing that, the original manuscript actually had the thing that was troubling the kid, and then it had a way out. How some of these odes started were like, this is what's annoying me, but here's what I'm going to take from that. But then we ended up stripping out the silver lining stuff.
We had a question here that you segued into. Charlie asked, what kinds of annoying situations were present in earlier drafts that got cut and why?
Oh, okay. So this book sold in 2020. So in order to prepare for this, I had to go into my archives, and I was like trying to remember what was the process of this book. You know what? So here's one. There was Oh First Day. And obviously, this was at a time when I was just doing anything that could provide annoyance or was scary or whatever for kids, not thinking about it in any sort of structure or arc. So that one got cut, obviously, because we needed it to just arc in a day, and it didn't need to be the first day of school. And also first day is so broad. So we took that out. And also because in first day you can say, oh, what was it? Is it were you left out? There's more specific parts of what might happen on a first day that might be hard, that would be more interesting, like more specific. I like to be very specific with trying to make it not so general. So there was like, oh, bedtime. I didn't really include that either, because I was like, what is it about bedtime? The cricket was at bedtime. So that's just so random and weird, but also oddly familiar. We've all heard that cricket. We don't know where the heck it is. So,
I love that. Yeah.
yeah. And then I had Oh Bully. So here's the original Oh Bully. Oh Bully, with your name calling and cutting the line. Why don't you buzz off? So this is when I wasn't rhyming it, because I usually don't start and rhyme. I usually try to write what I'm thinking or what I want to say, and then I'll go back and I'll turn it into rhyme. So in any case, the cutting the line was the specific part about a bully that was more funny to me, because we all can't stand the line cutter. It's the worst.
Right. Even as adults, we get all.
I do. I like really, no, it's like an injustice. Yeah. And then, so I have one on here. This is really funny. So this is why I like this question. I have Oh Cold. What's funny about that is that I ended up writing Boo Boos of Bluebell Elementary. So I didn't know that though. So we took out Oh Cold because it would have meant that she was sick throughout the day, and that would have been strange. But not on a conscious level. Oh Cold sort of found its way into the Boo Boos of Bluebell Elementary, also with Chronicle. It's about a bunch of kids piling into a school nurse's office with different ailments. So there's some crossover happening there.